Hello, welcome to Beard Boys Gaming. I'm Adam. If you're new to the channel, go and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the good stuff. Today we are going to talk about the different types of player you will come across when playing Warzone. Let's face it, as much as we all dislike the camper, we have all been them at least once. We have all hid around a corner or behind a door just waiting to pounce on an unsuspecting player. But it's the ones that spend their whole game in one spot, only moving to be just inside the circle, that fully qualify to be a camper. They usually do quite well though until they get into that one fight where they have no ammo because they haven't been able to find any just hiding in this corner. In normal Call of Duty or Plunder, we all love trying to get them out to their little nook, but in Warzone, these players really boil our blood. This is the player who we all think we are or want to be. They never play trio or quads because no one is good enough to be on their team. These guys absolutely hate the campers for ruining their art of playing Call of Duty. God forbid they ever get killed by one. They have named all their loadouts, and for them Call of Duty is not just a game but it's a way of life. They probably have a YouTube channel and complain when they don't get at least 30 kills, while I'm here celebrating if I get above 3. If they do ever venture out into a game with friends, and the whole game bossing you around, telling you places where you don't even know and pinging everything. We don't like this player, but we secretly envy them. But don't tell them that because their head is big enough as it is. You will only ever find this player at the top of the tallest buildings or in the towers in Warzone. They spend 99% of their game looking through a thermoscope. They definitely have shrapnel as one of their perks and they fill it with 2 claymores or proximity mines to cover their backs. If you play in Plunder, they will get a spot overlooking one of the dropouts waiting for their unsuspecting prey to come along and try and drop off some cash. If they're on your team, they've pinged more times than a bloody microwave. They rarely venture out into Warzone because they have zero skill with any gun without a scope and they never survive in the gulag. We've all come across this player. Their origins are unknown, but they are rife in most shooters nowadays. Once they hear just that one gunshot, they're jumping all over the place like Tigger on a trampoline. They spend their games mostly on the defensive because it's almost impossible to shoot when your screen does not stop moving. They're hated by the snipers because they do not stay still for long enough for them to get a shot on them. But we all can't wait to see one of these in a war movie. Enactment of World War II and you just see this one person just hopping all over the screen. That'd be hilarious. There's only 2 of you, so you have to do trios. And what are your options? You either go in as a 2 and hope you don't run into any trios, or you press fill squad and hope you get one of these. These are the guys whose friends only play FIFA, so they have to go into a game on their own. But they aren't quite good enough to play solo, so need a team. But after 2 minutes they're bored with you, so they go their own way. They're usually the last man standing amongst their new squad, and you'll watch with bated breath as they make it to the final circle. You'll keep your fingers crossed that this might be your first Warzone win, all thanks to this new guy. Like the learner driver, we have all been here, so we can't really criticise, but that doesn't stop us slating this player. This person has never played a shooter in their life. They are usually the first to die. They spend most of the game either running into a wall or just looking at the floor, or worst of all, running into your line of fire, which ends up with you both going into the gulag. They will moan when there's no action, saying the game's boring. Not to worry, they will soon return to their natural habitat playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. This player is either new to the game or is too gung-ho and has no idea about taking cover and always runs into trouble, so always ends up getting hit and spends most of the time crawling around on their back shouting, "Revive me! Revive me!" You feel like just letting them bleed out, but you know you need them on the team, so reluctantly you revive them. But they never really learn their lesson and 2 minutes later they're back on the floor. But the worst thing about this player, they don't tell you where they got shot from, so they can get their revenge, or they give you a vague direction, which is no help to anyone, like,
"Where did you get shot from?"
Over there, in that window over there.
Because that helps massively, and before you know it, you're on the floor with them. You hope this player is new to the game, because this is the idiot who always forgets to pull their parachute, plummeting into the earth at 100 miles an hour, meaning they've seen the inside of the gulag more times than any other player, and are even on first name terms with the guards. This is made worse by the fact you just paid to get this player back into the game, and then they go and do this straight away. You feel like shooting them yourself. You rarely find this person shooting or even on their feet in this game. This is because as soon as they land on the ground, their first task is to find a vehicle, and they stay in it for the rest of the game, raking up kills by running over or flying into any other player. We are pretty sure that they have never fired a gun in this game. This is one we've definitely all come across. We're pretty sure they must be cheating. They're as good as the pro at shooting, however they have one thing the pro doesn't. They do not die. Yeah, that's right, you filled them with more lead than a pencil factory, but they are unfazed and one shot towards your general direction and that's it, you're off to the gulag. Thanks for watching. If you agree or have come across any other players that aren't on the list, drop it in a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and subscribe for more good stuff.
Support.